morning. Oh man, it's a little chilly. It's a little chilly here in North Carolina. That reminds me of the movie The Wood. Where did that boy move to? I'm from North Carolina. Anyway, had a cold front come through, and it's May, honey. I didn't think we'd be experiencing cold weather like this in May. This is feeling a little bit Ohio-ish, and I'm not here for it. So it is 6:24. Another schedule change. Boy, I'm about sick of myself. I'm sick of being these schedule changes. So with it being 6:24, I'm actually doing okay on timing. I'm not in a rush to get to work, as long as I get to work by 7:50 and I'm signed in. I'm good. Signed in meaning signed into my training. So today I have to do Epic training for revenue cycle. It's RCM, so I believe it's revenue. It has to be revenue cycle management. And it's scheduled from 8 to 5. I don't know if it'll be exactly 8 to 5. Sorry, I got stuff, bags flying down on my car. I don't know if it will be from 8 to 5 all day, but that's what it's slated for. So I first did this training when I very first started this job in January 2021, and wow, this sun. January 2021. And when I took this training, I will be honest, I was very naive and I didn't pay much attention to it. In my head, I was like, okay, I understand the training is required before I can do anything in Epic. Like I couldn't sign, I didn't even have a sign on. So I had to take the training, and I didn't take it serious because in my head I was like, I know Epic. I've been using Epic since I believe it was 2009 or 2010. No. You know what? I think it was 2008 or 2009 since I had been using Epic, because I did start with the paper record and then we switched over to a hybrid. We got bought out. When we got bought out, that's when we switched over to Epic. So I was like, I have all these years of Epic. I don't need to learn Epic. But that's the wrong approach. When you are entering a new hospital or health system, even a physician office, if they use the same software, they may use it different. They set up their own system. So in fact, in my organization, they call their Epic something else. They call their My Chart something else, but they don't refer to Epic as Epic. They refer to it as something else. So I'm like, and when I made the comment like, you guys just create stuff your own way, and they said, yeah, pretty much we do. And I'm just like, wow. So it was because I had so many questions, it was suggested to me, not in a positive way, that you need to do the training again. But I didn't fight it. I said, you know what, I do. I will, I'm not going to turn down the fact that I need additional training. At the same time, and I think I might have said this in the video before, at the same time, the system is only as good as the user. So when it comes to reading account notes, which is what I struggle with, is where to find the information in Epic, how to interpret it, and especially with the account notes. When the account notes are offshore and you're having a vendor and there's a language barrier, I cannot understand the account notes. So in addition to that, there's also been an upgrade. So it's definitely a good time for me to go through the training and actually pay attention, see where stuff is, how to access the stuff in Epic. But I'm going to make note. It's like, okay, this is where you're supposed to be notating things in Epic. This is where stuff is supposed to be checked, put, this and that. Now, when I start going through accounts and backtracking to see, okay, was this done, was this done, was this done, and it's not there, now I can finally say, okay, this wasn't done. I can follow back up with the team and say, why was this step missed? You know, because now I have the proper training. Now I've paid attention to the training that I've received and, you know, can go on about checking the stuff properly. Ooh, so I've been holding up my phone so that this camera isn't shaky. But that's all I'm doing today. I have a lot of work to do though. And I have this training Tuesday all day and Thursday all day. And I'm gonna have to work over for sure. So with that said, let's get on to work. 9:46. Made it to my car a little bit earlier, actually. Had a good day. Was in some training this morning, and I was I think I had explained this morning that I was retaking training that I had taken back in January. It was the same trainer, so I had explained to her why I was retaking the training. And through talking to her, we both realized, you know, it was going over hospital billing. But again, I'm on the physician side, so that's commonly referred to as PB side. And it wasn't going to be beneficial for me to take that class. So she had me do, she was very nice. She rescheduled. She canceled everything that was scheduled for me, the 3 days. And then she found courses for me that she recommended some courses for me, and I just went ahead and took one course today that was an hour, and from there, let me roll this window back up. And then she connected me with the other trainer that does more of the PB side of things. And now I'm set to go with my training, and I'm going to do some web-based trainings on my own, and then I'll be set. So I also had 3 webinars that I took. 3 webinars that I took for my MAC. Again, that's my Medicare Administrative Contractor, which is Palmetto GBA. Your Medicare Administrative Contractor is who CMS contracts with to pay your Medicare claims. And I sat on 3 webinars to, one, get the CEU. And that's always good if you have your RHIA or RHIT. It's good to find anything that you can take to get CEUs for. So those were 1 hour each, and I listened to those and worked at the same time, and I got my credential. I got my CEU. I'm trying to turn on my air. I'm sitting here about to melt. So today, what was my affirmation for today? Oh, today I put that I will cross off 3. Every time I brake, I look in my rear view mirror to make sure nobody's gonna hit me. Air. Today my affirmation was I will complete 3 follow-up items for my to-do list today. And I'm trying to think, did I needed to complete a report request. I needed to, which I did. So yesterday I started working on figuring out why a provider's AR jumped up $200,000 from March to April. And I just needed to figure out, where all the AR is sitting, if there's any accounts, high dollar accounts, that's sitting in a certain work queue. What work queue is it in? What's the status of the account, so on and so forth. So, gosh, North Carolinians can't drive at all. Like, why are you flying? Where are you going? Anywho, so you always want to work smarter, not harder. And yesterday I was working harder than what I needed to be because I just didn't have my spreadsheet categorized right. So today I went ahead and put all the data that I had in a pivot, and things started to go a lot smoother, but I just didn't have the time that I needed because with the training that I had this morning, in addition to the webinar, I had three webinars to get the CEUs, and then in addition to that, I'm not letting out one car over. In addition to that, I had 2 meetings. Y'all got me just all the way messed up. Like, where are these cars? What are these cars doing? Nope. Are these cars for real? Wow. Things started going better. I just now need to go home and finish. Look, now that I have things in the pivot, I can automatically see, okay, well, all these accounts are in this work queue, and this is the dollar amount. All these accounts are in pre-AR. I don't even have to look at those. But, oh, this high dollar account is in this work queue. Let me go to this MRN and research this account, and I can put some notes beside it. And now I have a method of, okay, boom, boom, boom. I know what I have to do. I just had to put it in place. I don't know if I just couldn't get it together or what. But I had a pretty good day today. I didn't get to work on my adjunct faculty class yesterday. Either one. My community college class that I'm teaching the capstone, and I feel terrible because I have one student who she's not going to pass. I've done everything in my power to help her succeed. It is always, I do everything in my power to help everyone succeed. I don't follow the rules that I'm supposed to follow to help people pass their class. It's like the rules are right there in the syllabus. For the bachelor's course, we're not even going to talk about that. That was a real eye-opener. It was my first time teaching a bachelor's level course. I was way too nice in that class. This is my second time teaching the same exact class. So now I know what to expect. As far as the grading, I know to set reminders earlier in the course. At the same time, the students have to be held accountable. Back to the HIM class, this student has not paid attention to any feedback, has flat out missed assignments. But when I reached out to my director, she said this same student has already failed out of the course and had to get approval to get back in the course. Now, if that happens, you cannot make the same mistakes again. And from my perspective, you would think, so, okay, if I'm giving advice to a student, if you're getting ready to graduate from a program and you don't have experience in the HIM field and you need a reference, You might want your teacher to be your reference. And somebody at that job may, thought I was going to get into a pile up. You might need a reference from your teacher. What can your teacher say about you? Because right now, this student is not setting a good example. You have to look at it. I even had to tell my 11-year-old this. What kind of habits are you setting now? The habits that you set now are going to follow you the rest of your life. I said, look at me. I'm trying to lose weight now. If I would have just developed better habits before, I wouldn't be in this problem now, overweight and trying to be healthy and struggling to lose weight with exercising and all of that. The same thing with your schoolwork. My daughter's grades dropped. You have to develop these good habits now. With this student, she's not communicating. All I ask you to do is communicate. If you can't get something done, just please communicate with me. Send me an email. And then we'll work it out. Just please send me an email. No email, just no communication, no nothing. So, I don't know. I don't know. Today's the 10th. Grades are due tomorrow, so I need to work on grading. Tomorrow. I may need to do a video on, tips from an adjunct faculty. I need to see if that's a thing. If there's other videos like that, if people talk about that, I don't know. I don't see why I cannot. It's my personal channel, video, whatever. But editing Candace here, so I always forget to close out my videos, and I figured this is a good time. So as you can see, my commutes are starting to get very difficult, and the traffic is just getting worse day by day. But let me know if you'd like to see some content on how it is as an adjunct faculty and some tips and tricks as a HIM or healthcare admin student, because there are several things that I think would be helpful from that perspective. And again, thank you for watching.